Hello, I'm Oral, and welcome to Oral Gets Live on YouTube, Facebook, and on Hot 99.9 FM radio. I have a surprise. Good friend. I met him many years ago, back in 2009, and he's been in this program quite some time. But the first time in this new facility, you know this. He is Apostle Crown. How you doing, Apostle Crown?
I'm very well. Thank you so much, Mr. Gibbs. I'm happy to be here as usual. Hello, St. Martin. This is Apostle Crown. Blessing to St. Martin to everyone and viewers out there. God bless you all.
Well, it's good to have you in the program, man. You're a traveling guy. You're all over the world sometimes.
Yeah, because of the ministry and because of my professional, let me just say my professional line. Presently, I'm doing a PhD program. Sometimes I need to travel to go and conduct some research.
Yeah.
I've been in Africa now for some months.
Yeah.
Trying to gather some data for my research.
Oh,
today I'm here in St. Martin.
And the thing is that every time I'm in Las Vegas, I can never catch up with you because my schedule is intense and your schedule.
Yeah, but it's because you didn't call me. And so it's like, if you call me, surely I will surely come for you. I'll surely come for you and take you around the whole strip.
Yeah. I love, although I don't gamble, I love Las Vegas just for the conference that I attend, It's a great place. Yeah, so you've done a lot, and you started a church in Simran when I first met you, right?
Yes, sir.
And the name of the church
is we start with the name of the church, the Virgin Glory Ministry, and we translate to the Redeemed Christian Church of God, which I happen to be the country coordinator for St. Martin.
Yeah.
But now I'm the apostle for the Electric Church of all nations.
I love the Electric Church.
Electric.
So you have in 4 nations, you said?
Yeah, here in St. Martin, Nigeria, and US. So I have the plan to extend further by God's grace. But it is the work of gospel. We need to go forth there and preach the gospel.
You remember, I don't know if you remember, I asked you once, how could a man like you, a man of God with the church, go to live in Sin City, Las Vegas? You remember that?
Yeah, you did ask me. One thing is Las Vegas is not a sin city, and it's just a marketing strategy. Because everybody wants to say, let me go and check and see how the scene, if it's different from the scene in St. Martin. So it's a kind of strategy, a marketing strategy, being that it's a tourist destination. But otherwise, Las Vegas is a beautiful place. I live there. I school there. So it's an amazing place.
And since you're in Las Vegas, you've gone to the University of Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
And you're working on your PhD, you said, right?
Yeah, I'm working on my PhD on leadership and global change. It's all about managing organization. Because we could see during the COVID time, a lot of organizations couldn't survive the heat. So we need visionary leaders. We need people who can see tomorrow, not just today alone. So when we experience sudden disruption like the COVID, so they can turn things around and still keep moving on and doing their normal business.
Okay. So how has it been now? You've been in Las Vegas now, what 6, 7 years now, 8 years?
Yes, I lived here. I lived in Las Vegas, and I think I can call myself a Nevadians.
Yeah.
A Nevadians, yes.
I was telling you before the show, Las Vegas is so much like St. Martin.
Yes.
If you ask a person, a taxi driver or a waiter or whatever, in Las Vegas, where you're from, they're from somewhere else. It's hard to find a person who was born in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Same thing in St. Martin these days. Huh?
Yes. You see, everybody try to look for opportunity.
Yeah.
And wherever the opportunity is, people go.
Yeah.
But I believe the most important thing is we should be a blessing to one another. Our dream and passion should be able to elevate and drive other people's passion.
Yeah.
And that is the way we can build a healthy country and society for everybody to reach their goals.
That's good. You know, I have quite a few people in Las Vegas that's watching the show online. I was surprised.
Wow.
Yeah. After New York and Florida, Las Vegas is the third largest viewership.
Where there is audience?
Yeah.
Then we're cashing up. I'm one of them, so we're cashing up. When I was in Nigeria, I always watch Aura Gives live, and so I watch and see what is going on here. Yeah. So I always keep my focus on that on your show. And it's come up, I'm there, boom, watching it.
So many things have changed since the last time you've been on the show. And the last time you was here was
2020. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. And so you're back again because your church is having event too, right?
Yes, sir.
And what's all about?
The program is a prayer program. It's a prayer session.
Yeah.
It says praying all prayers. According to the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 18, it says praying all prayers. So in other words, here, where as a Christian, everything around you. I used to tell my congregation that everything around you is a weapon. You can use it to pray. And we could see when Jesus wanted to heal the blind man, he need to take part of the soil and spit to it and rub it in his eyes, and for him to receive back his sight. So, for example, air is water, and water is life. So this bottle of water can be used to pray. It now depends the outcome you're expecting from that prayer. So we pray all manners of prayer. In other words, there is no one way for prayer to be answered. There are multiple ways. It left for you as a Christian to devise a means to receive a new inspiration, to pray and to receive new results. So the Lord wants us to pray in an unconventional manner so we can get unconventional results, not just the normal traditional way. Because the Bible says the word of God, they are new and new every morning.
Yeah. So when you came back to St. Martin, anything surprised you now?
I normally what I look everything here is I can say it's changing. I see new buildings, I see new structures, and the rainfall. The rain was very massive, and again I see a lot of political party, the posters all over the place, and I know election is coming. It's like I normally come in when election is coming.
That's why I want to ask you, because the last time you were here, we had a big election too.
Yeah, I always come in when election is coming, and I pray that the Lord will pray for St. Martin. And that is my take on this phenomenon.
But no, it's good because I know some of the politicians know you too. You know, some of them know you very well. But the thing is, it's changing. You know, it's really changing because there are more younger people getting involved now in politics. I don't know how it is back home in Nigeria because it's so long since you left. But here in St. Martin, a lot of young people, and it's really changing and sometimes getting ugly.
Yeah, you see, Mr. Gabe, the last time I said something that if we in St. Martin, I live here, and I've met wonderful people who have impacted my ministry. And as a result, St. Martin is part of me, and I will keep praying for this country. But being that the nation needs to move forward, the new generation will come up. But in coming up, their goal of going into politics is to complement what the forefathers have done, to uphold country above any personal interest. And that is when we can say we have a country where everybody can be proud of.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. It's not like that anymore. It's rapidly changing. You know, it's become now. If you want to become a millionaire quickly, okay, become a politician, get elected, and you're a millionaire in 4 years.
You're right, Mr. Gibbs. You see, when you go into politics, politics can give you fame. Politics can give you money. It can give you good positions. But what really matters at the end of the day is the legacy. What legacy will you leave behind? We've seen politicians who make a lot of money in their lifetime or during their time. But today, there is nothing to write home about them. But legacy really matters. And what I used to tell people back home in Nigeria, even in the church, even here in the studio, is that we should be watchful of our legacy. What we're going to leave behind for the generation coming. even for who are presently working or voting for us and the future of the country. Legacy really matter, and that is very, very essential, vital.
You know, there was a time when the church was very central in everything, and there was a lot of respect for the church, and you don't see that anymore in St. Martin.
Well, we may have, I believe the church, there are church here in St. Martin, and there are some ministers of God who are making some positive impact. It may not show,
Right.
but politicians need to do more. Everything is, I believe, is central on the kind of policy that we are making. Policy is essential to our church will relate with government, to how government also will relate with the church, and how the entire process will be beneficial to the citizen. So we just want people there who will make good policy. And in order for you to make good policy that will reflect the value of the country, it has to do with you having compassion. If you don't have compassion, you can't think of other people or even thinking of the country progressing better than you are. So politicians need to inculcate. They need to train themselves and understand the concept of what we call compassion. When you have compassion, you love your country.
So you ever speak about that in the church, about politics and religion? Because, you know, sometimes there are two very touchy issues.
Yeah, I do speak of it every now and then because, for example, I'm a member of the Central Working Committee for Democratic Party in the state, that is Democratic Party.
Nevada.
In Nevada, and even in the county as well. I'm a member of the Central Working Committee. I believe that religion and politics is the same. Because in a church, you have administrative section. You tell them what to do and what not to do. They only carry different toga, different names,
Yeah.
but it's still the same thing. But whichever way we find ourselves to influence people, we need to do it well. We just need to do it well. That's what I strongly believe.
Yeah.
We need to do it well.
You know what I said to you earlier when you told me about your politics? I said, we're on different sides. I'm a Trump supporter, you're not, you know, but I said, I hope we still stay friends.
No, we're still friends. For example, Trump is the former president, is my president, and as a citizen of the United States of America, my own take is every American, we're American. Whatever party we are, I love them with all my heart, and that's it. I'm not a fanatic.
Not a fanatic.
No, I love everybody.
That's good. That's good. You know, when you look at St. Martin, right? And I remember the first time when I met you, when you came here, you was telling me a lot of things about how nice the island was, the people. I alluded to it earlier, but I want to come back to that because people come to St. Martin and they see this very nice island, but now it's kind of changing. Did it change from the time you came to St. Martin to say to now when you're not living here anymore, but you still come back to the island off and on? What is the biggest change you have noticed, Apostle Crown, in terms of how St. Martin is today?
When I was here, I believe St. Martin was St. Martin, and St. Martin will continue to be St. Martin. Even though I'm here, St. Martin is still St. Martin. The changes that I'm seeing all dwells on policy. Because one, if somebody who does not understand the idea of leadership suddenly found him or herself in a position of leadership, but he doesn't understand what it means, then they're going to give a wrong policy. What I see, the challenges we have now in St. Martin is issue of policy. It's issue of policy because when one government comes in, they do something good. Don't say, okay, they're out of date, let us change it. You need to complement, you influence it and bring something more dignifiable from what they've done. But if they do something good and you just kick it out and start afresh, then the work will be incomplete. So it's matter of policy. Even back in Africa, you see, when people find themselves in power, where they don't need to be there, and they don't prepare for it, sometimes they just do something wrong.
It becomes very disastrous sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, because they don't understand what leadership meant. Leadership is all about sacrifice. A leader is a burden bearer. A leader is not somebody who just come and eat all the chicken and leave the bone for people. No, 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 no. Sometimes leader eat bones and you leave the chicken for the people because you want to leave a legacy behind. So
Yeah. Wow. I wish we had leaders like that today in St. Martin, man.
I believe they are leader like that. For example, I wanted to pardon me, Mr. Gibbs. If you become the prime minister today, there is tendency you will do something phenomenal. Because I've known you for over a decade now. I believe if you get there, you're going to do something phenomenal. So let us hope, God willing, one day you'll be there. But I still believe there are people in St. Martin that will always put the country first above themselves. We just pray those people, one way or the other, God creates opportunity for them to be in that position, the process of time.
I agree with you, and I thank you for that compliment. You know, the thing in St. Martin is that a lot of good people shy away from politics. And I always tell them, it's a good way to help other people.
You're right.
By getting involved in the political process.
That's right.
But when you see how the politics are played today, and how nasty it becomes, and becomes violent too, because now you have a situation where we had shootings of a politician, etc., then it becomes a big, big problem. People don't want to get involved with it anymore.
Still, if good people don't want to get involved in the management, even though we say politics.
Yeah.
So let me say management. If they want to get involved in the management of the country, when we say managing the country, we talk about the economy, the future of the children, the unborn generation, and the identity itself.
Yeah.
The landmark, the achievement that the ancestors have achieved. If we don't want to get involved, we say, no, I don't want problem, then things will be bastardized. So I'm encouraging everyone out there, they should get involved. And again, what we talk about in terms of violence in politics, it still dwells on policy. It dwells on policy. Mm-hmm. You know, in politics, we need to just love ourselves. There is some time you win, there is some time you lose. It doesn't mean that you will not win tomorrow. So people should get involved and build and join to build St. Martin to where it's always been.
You know, in the past in America, the church has been very central to, say, black people in politics, in the civil rights movements, etc. You know, so even religion plays a central part of it.
Come again with the question, sir.
I was saying that in America,
yes,
for black people, the church was very central in the civil rights movement, etc. Mm-hmm. So when you look at the church, even the church can be very important and central in politics.
Yeah. Sure, you're right, because most of the politicians, they go to church. Most of the politicians go to church. And in church also, we have bad leaders. It's not everyone on the pulpit is a good pastor. But some of them, they don't even understand why they are pastors. So when you go to church and your pastor is not giving you the value that you need to understand about the society you live in and the sacrifice you need to make to build this country or build a nation together, working together with other people to achieve excellency, then there's going to be problem. The same way we have issue in politics, the same way we have it also in the church. So the only thing we just need to do is that we need to be there for one another. Because a house that is divided against itself, it will stand. When people divided against themselves, that is when emotion run high. People want to destroy other one to get over. It shouldn't be. We are all one. A lot of people doesn't understand this, and that's why we have improvement today.
How you feel about the church and say LGBTQ thing?
Okay. Regarding, I don't so much. I have friends who sexual orientation is different, but one thing I believe is that everybody should have the freedom to make their choice. Yeah. For example, I can make choice for anyone, but I used to tell them, whatever you think is good for you, that will sit right with you, go ahead and do it. But at the end of the day, when we all stand before the throne of judgment, I will be able to relay what I've done, you do us. And God himself We say, okay, this is good, and that is more better, or that is extremely good. So we should have the freedom to make our choice. I don't believe anybody should force somebody to do what they don't want to do.
And what about, now that you're living in Las Vegas, in America, the big issue is pro-choice and so forth. Does that come up in your church too, or discussion?
Yeah, because we live in that society, and whatever policy that government enacted or trying to put together will affect everybody. As I said, I always tell people, before you do things, think twice. Before you make a choice, be sure it is good for you. Because America is a city that is so complex when it comes to policy, just like St. Martin. So it's good to give people orientation, what A is about and what B is about, and let them make a choice.
Yeah.
So it's all about choice. Make your choice. Even the people in Supreme Court in United States, they need to make choice. They need to deliberate, knock their head together before they can arrive, and how to bring an issue to conclusion. They need to negotiate. They need to they do a lot of maneuvering for them to get things done. The same way, every citizen need to, be real to themselves.
Yeah.
Is this thing good for me? Will it be helpful to me? Will it help other people? Will it put the society in danger, or it will protect society? It's all about individual decisions.
In case if you just joined us, you're watching or you're listening to Oral Gibbs Live on Hot 99.9 FM radio on YouTube and Facebook, and my guest on the program is Apostle Crown. Is here with me speaking about the church and everything else. I like his style because he's into the electric church. I remember the first time you told me, I said, wow, I love that name. You also play music?
Yes, I sing.
You produce some songs.
I produce
How is that going?
It's going well. I produced some album. It's on YouTube. It's called Spotlight. Spotlight and Derek Crown. And so the church is there, and we have a program in Dr. Beltry Drive, Colby. And on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we're going to have a prayer session. I invite everybody. On Sunday also, we're going to
repeat the address again.
Okay, the address number 10, Dr. Beltry Drive, Colby.
Okay.
And after Heineken, the next alley is Dr. Beltry Drive. On Sunday evening by 7 p.m., we're going to have prayer session. You are invited. And on Wednesday night, we're going to have a prayer session also. It's called Praying with the Bottle.
Yeah? Yeah,
Praying with the Bottle. So if you want to come to the program, I want you to come with a bottle, and you can insert your name inside that bottle. Because when I was coming, I realized that a lot of people are sick. A lot of people, their business is not functioning again. There is attack here and there. It's not from God. Most of this thing is spiritual. I live in St. Martin, and I understand some certain concepts. You need to be prayerful. So if you want to come to the program, come with a bottle that you can smash after the prayer. It will be more than 1 hour. Will be done with the prayer session. You all are invited.
Wow, that's incredible. I never heard about that before like that.
Mr. Gibb, you see, I talk about the Ephesians 6 verse 18. It said praying all manners of prayer.
Yeah.
And one of the invention that we invented for that prayer is the bottle. Because bottle itself is energy. Bottle is an energy, it's a glass. And the same way, there are some forces of darkness.
Yeah.
There are some magical forces. There are divination, and there are spells that carry the capacity of a bottle, a glass. So in order for you to get what is in the bottle, you need to smash it or you open it. So I'm inviting everyone to come, and you will be blessed.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
No, I really think they will be blessed. I remember first time I met you, and how you came across. I don't think anyone could dislike you.
You're right, Mr. Gibbs. But I remember there was a certain time there was a pastor, and the pastor said that I am going to die.
To you?
Yeah, he said I'm going to die, and I laughed. And I said, but the pastor is so funny because I am a dead man already, and I've died, and when I die, the Lord tell me, no, the crown, go back. It's not your time. Go back and do the work I've given to you. So you can't kill a dead man twice. So I die, I'm alive, and I can't die no more. So I said so. So today, the Lord has really dealt with that man, and I don't want to mention his name. The Lord has dealt with him, and I'm alive, I'm doing fine. I'm growing, I'm developing. I even have gray hair. That's true, I'm growing very, very, very.
And so, is that man in St. Martin or somewhere else?
Oh, the man is in St. Martin.
Yeah? Oh,
I just don't want to mention his name. I don't want to give legitimacy to his name. Yeah, because it's so funny when you say somebody is going to die, when you don't even know the kind of energy that surrounds them.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's amazing because one of the interviews I did with you, I'm just checking my computer there, is that you spoke about yourself. I don't know if you remember that interview.
Yes.
From a child when you're born and everything else.
Yes.
It touched a lot of people. I don't know if you remember that interview we did. That's over 10 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, so I think sometimes people look at people and they draw the wrong conclusion without even knowing the person.
You're right, sir. And I believe the issue is that some people they have how would I just put it? They brought up in the atmosphere, in the stream, in the ecosystem of jealousy. When people see you, they don't know who you are. They see that there's something unique about you. They just envy. And what they want to try to do is to fight you down. But it's not everybody you will succeed to fight down.
Yeah.
Because there's some people, they carry upon their life what we call a higher authority.
Yeah.
And when somebody carries such anointing upon their life, it's very difficult to fight them down. When you fight them, you're going to have bad problem.
Bad problem.
Yeah, bad problem.
Wow.
There's going to be bad problem. And even the doctor in St. Martin Medical Center, they won't be able to find a solution to it. If they fly the person over to the US, there won't be solution because it's a bad problem.
That gets people scared when they hear it described like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, the reason I said because, a guy said he's going to Africa to refresh with the spirits and so forth and come back and people get scared.
You see, one thing I believe is that I'm from Africa. Africa is a beautiful place. You see, now we have social media everywhere, and I believe we should use this power of media to promote harmony, to promote love, to promote unity, and to promote how we can all come together, work as a team, and build a future for everyone, where everyone can pursue their dream and succeed. You see, we shouldn't use social media, or if we have a knowledge, to try to use it to create a picture that will not really help the cause of our vision or help our society.
Yeah.
So we should use every knowledge we acquire to foster good relation and cooperation among people.
Yeah.
And that is what I know. Media, just as you're doing, Mr. Gibbs, you have been using this platform to promote value that can be beneficial to humanity and to the country St. Martin. And that is what we should emulate to do.
I guess that's why we survived so long. So we're into our 41st year of television. Can you imagine that? 41 years of television, now we're into our 41st season.
That's a long time.
The longest. And people sometimes meet me and say, "You're still doing it?" They can't believe it. And all the things that we've gone through in my time, doing this television show, with my wife and my children, the threats of my life, the attempts to assassinate me, political people angry with you because you make a statement, not knowing that you offended someone. It's a small island. It's amazing. Sometimes I look back at my life. I'm surprised that I survived and now doing this for 41 years, just in television alone, because in broadcasting I started back in 1978 in New York. But to show you, it's not been easy. But if you do the right thing and you mean well, you will survive.
Yeah, Mr. Gabe, you're right. I buttress your point. You see, when you are doing what the Lord wants you to do, it is difficult for devil to stop what the Lord has given to you to do. And we have truth, the truth with small t and the truth with capital T. And that is what you're doing. Nothing can destroy the truth. And I will say congratulations. And I hope that in the next 50 years, the TV station will still continue.
Yeah.
And the Lord will expand it. So I benefited from this good work of yours. And I will continue to pray for you, and the Lord will continue to move forward. And through you, St. Martin will be abundantly blessed in the name of Jesus.
Thank you. And in case you just joined us, my guest is Apostle Crown, and he's here with me, and he's back on Ireland for a week or two, and it's good to have him on the program. We have to go to a break. All right, so when we come back, we're going to continue with Apostle Crown right here on Oral Gibbs Live on YouTube, Facebook, and on Hot 99.9 FM radio.
We are vibrant, expressive, warm, and diverse. Together, we conquer, and now we expand into new horizons, giving you more of the best. Introducing our new Bankomatico Plus with wider acceptance, purchase protection, and enhanced security. Whether you're online, traveling, or in paradise, experience more with Windward Island Bank. Bankomatico Plus, more of the best.
My guest right here on Oral Gibbs Live is Apostle Crown, and it's good to have him on the program. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and on Hot 99.9 FM radio. And one of the things that impressed me about you is that as a person who grew up and in the church, and you have your 4 different churches, you are so keen on political issues on St. Martin and in other places, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, you see, Mr. Gibbs, I can say I'm a global citizen, because if you go to any country and you meet people of that country and they support your vision, then you should care about that country and care about those people, because they've been there for you. Like in the States, in Nigeria, I've been able to tell people that, look, your leadership is not about fighting each other like predator and a prey. It's about working together to build a healthy society for everyone. Because if you destroy today, you don't know what your children will fall back to.
Yeah.
And if you build today, you are certain that tomorrow your children will have something to fall back to. And that is why I love politics. I have 2 degrees in politics. And I believe one of these days, already, as I said, I'm a member of Democratic Party, the Central Working Committee. I hope one of these days I can be able to contest for a public office and be able to contribute my own little effort to complement what has been done. Yeah. But until then, I still try to do some humanitarian work by reaching out to people, helping the less privileged, and I've always done that. And so politics, as I said, is management.
Yeah.
You manage people's minds, manage their perspective, and manage the society they live, so that they also can be independent to do what? To carry on.
Wow. Where you find the time, man? Because the church, the music, school, you did your bachelor, now you did your master's, and now you're doing your PhD. Where you find the time, man?
Yeah, as I said, Mr. Gibbs, it's like what you just said to me, that 41 years of broadcasting, TV station, you'll be doing the program. You see, when you are passionate about, when you love something, when you deploy, not employ your effort, when you deploy your effort, there is tendency that you are unstoppable. I'm somebody that I'm a physically challenged person, and today I can move by myself without the aid of any coach. Right. But I always want to inspire everyone that come across me. I want to inspire my friends, my society, the country I live. I want to inspire people through by doing what add value to my community, to the country, to everyone that come across me, and to the world as a whole. And I know one day it will come to pass. It's already started. So I'm somebody Whatever I do it to inspire people that disability is not, it can stop you.
Yeah.
It's your mind. It's the things of the mind.
Do you think your disability has worked in your favor how you see it?
I wouldn't say it has worked in my favor. Wherever I found myself, I work hard for wherever I find myself, I work hard reminding people that disability has no role to play.
The reason why I ask you that question, my father had one arm.
Yeah.
Because it was bitten off by a donkey. It was bitten and had to take it off, right? So I'm familiar with people with disability. To me, it was normal to see my father with one arm, And I remember the first time I met you, that's why I asked that question, because people will see you and they'll say, well, he's not really threatening, but as I said, you're extremely intelligent guy. You can sense on people very easily. That's why I asked the question if you felt that your disability in a way was,
Yeah, because in let me say in Africa, for example, in Africa, there, when you are disabled, people don't reckon with you. People look at you as somebody who does not have no more future.
Really?
Yeah, but when you're disabled, if your parents or family are not rich, a lot of people who are physically challenged, they're on the road, they beg for alms.
Okay.
You see, but when I go to the U.S., I see that the U.S. government make a special provision for people that are disabled. And still yet, it doesn't compel me to look at myself as a disabled person. My car, I didn't put a disabled sticker. When I go to Walmart, I park where everybody park.
Yeah.
And one day somebody called me and said, but you can park your car where the disabled sticker is. I said, no, I'm not disabled. It's a thing of the mind.
Right, that's
so
true.
My disability, I transform it by working hard.
Yeah.
And make it to be something that others can be inspired. So when you are disabled, it's like you're telling people, oh, I want you to do everything for me. Oh, I want you. No. I want to do what I need to do for myself and be able to help other people, even people who are physical. I help a lot of people who are not physically challenged.
Yeah.
So God has given me the grace to put my mind, the intelligence He gave to me, put it into action so that I can be able to transform my disability and make it versatility.
How you feel about people who pretend to be disabled? Now, the last time I was in Las Vegas, I was walking down the steps of one of the hotels there with my family, and it was Sunday. And I overheard two persons that appeared to be homeless because they were begging and asking for money, and one appeared to be disabled, telling the other one, okay, I will see you next week when we come back. It was like they were using their disability, which wasn't really a disability. They were masking that just to get money from people. I think that sometimes hurt people who are really in need and are disabled.
You're right, Mr. Gibbs. I think many times when I'm driving, I used to see people with placard nowadays, and I used to give. I do it from my heart. But what I look at, it is the system. Like in Africa, your government in Nigeria, they don't have any program for you, whether you are disabled. They don't care about you. So you need to work for what you need. Yeah. So nobody care about you. But over there in the States, we know that there is a program for people who are disabled. When you are homeless, people try to help you. So it is the system. So people capitalize on that system to pretend and to get people helping them. But in Africa, nothing like that. You need to work for what you want. Yeah. You need to work for what you want.
So when you're gonna be finished with your PhD?
Possibly by next year, I should be rounding up. Yeah. I should have been done by now, but I took the summer. I took the summer off because PhD is mentally tasking. It's a lot of study. You need to use 20 hours to study. And sometimes you study, you write, and you don't have anything more in the brain. It's like the brain is empty. So you need to go and refill. Relax. So hopefully by next year, I should be rounding up. I'm almost. So by next year, I should be done. I just thank God for the special grace for me to go this far academically, because I want to be an inspiration to people.
Well, you are already, you know.
Yeah,
you are inspiration to people.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
And for
sir.
those of us who know you, you really, I'll tell you what, because you can see what you're doing with your life, the positive things that you're doing, and it's just amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And like I said, Mr. Gibb, you inspired me. You see, I've come across great people, wonderful people in St. Martin who inspired me. And when they inspired me, I hold on to it. And I start making use of it. So I've met, whenever you are part of them, who really inspired me. I remember also, probably I can mention the name, the former Prime Minister, Mr. Marlin. You know, he inspired me. I can say he's my friend.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when I listen to him talking, you know, I learn something from him. That in life, when you are determined and you hold yourself high with integrity and honesty, you can always, how do you say, you can always make a difference in the life of people, wherever you found yourself. Even the pastor of my Edda Landon, you know, Caroline Landon. Recently, her husband passed. She has been there holding forth the church. She's like a mother to me, and she's standing gap, and she really inspired me. And that is why I will never do anything that will impede on my integrity, because of those people that God has put around me to inspire me. So I want to thank you so much for that beautiful comment. Thank you so much, Mr. Gibbs.
You're welcome. No, so when you was back in Nigeria this last time, right?
Yes.
How was things in Nigeria?
We have a lot going on in Nigeria because there was, you know, this issue of banditry, kidnapping, and we have the you know, things living. I mean, how would I just say? Price hike, petroleum,
inflation,
a lot of things going on, and the policy is disastrous. But still yet, we just still need to call on to God to help us. And those who come across my path that can help, I help. And what you can do, people say we should be praying for the country, and we keep praying, because I know there is nothing bigger that God cannot handle. But I have a good time in Nigeria. I always live a low-key life, and because I live a low-key life because I don't want trouble for myself and for other people. But otherwise, I have a good moment in Nigeria, and I was able to conduct some research for my program because when my master, when I did my master thesis, it was based on revolution of the mind.
Oh, really?
A revolution of the mind.
Wow.
So a revolution void of blood. It's revolution of the mind, that if everyone will get their mind revolutionized simultaneously from the threshing floor to the top, we're going to have a good country. But if we don't have this mind that's transformed, if our mind is not revolutionized, the same people will just keep reinventing the wheel. The same thing will keep going on until, I don't know.
Wow. So your PhD is following up on that?
Yeah, because the PhD is on leadership and global change. You need leaders who understand how things work, not leaders who understand how things is reversed. No, you don't reverse things. It keeps working. For example, if nature reversed the air we breathe in, a lot of people will be dead. So leaders should learn how to manage changes, and manage people, and how to work with other people to harness their talent for the good of what everyone is doing. That is what leadership is all about. You don't need to fight yourself down because the guy there is smarter than you. No, you need to learn from his own value, bring it together, and build something for everybody that everybody can be proud of. There is nothing like teamwork. You see, in every organization, if there's no teamwork, the organization is bound to fall and fail. So teamwork is very, very important. And how do you encourage people to cooperate? You need to respect what they stand for. You need to respect what they believe.
Even if it's not something good?
Even if it's not something good, once you respect it, you can bring them on board. we have diverse of perspective. We don't almost agree on our ideas, especially if we are well learned, we are rich. We want our voice to be heard. But when everybody come on the table, when we look at how things will impact everybody, when we look at the future, I know they are great men. They will say, you know what? We just need to compromise. We need to move things forward. That is when everybody respects what they stand for. For example, look at Donald Trump. He has his own philosophy. And recently, when something happened, the violence that happened, when he gets shot or something happened, Biden called him, even though they were on different platforms. But they were able to talk. They were able to reason together. And that is how life should go. We need to keep, no matter the policy we have, we need to care for one another because we need one another. We need one another. And that is how I look at life. I need you, you need me for the betterment and the to sustain where we call our country.
So now that you are away from Las Vegas, who's taking care of the electric church?
Yeah, I have people there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have people. Anywhere I go, I always have people.
Yeah.
And what I always do, I disciple people. I always tell them, you know what? I can't be everywhere all the time.
Right.
So if God can use me, God can use you also. You need to play your part. So a leader needs to prepare people that can step into the show when it's not there. So a good leader will always prepare people. It's not just me. We don't need one-man show. We need everybody show. And when everybody show comes, when there is issue, we face it together and conquer it together. And that's how it should be.
That's good. That's good. You know, the last time I saw you the time before the last interview, you spoke about diet. And do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. How has that changed now you're more Americanized?
Yeah. When I was here in St. Martin, because back then in Nigeria, we eat fufu, egusi, and
what's egusi? What's that?
It's a melon soup. They cook it with vegetable, fish, and saltfish.
Wow.
It's very good, Mr. Gibbs. You need to taste it. And fufu. So that's what I was used to there. So when I come to St. Martin, and they give me bush, and I say, but I want rice, and they give me a lot of bush and small rice. I say, but what kind of food is this bush? I don't eat bush. So later on, I discover bush is salad. Yeah. The salad. So now it's like I got trained here how to eat bush. So when I get to the United States, I've been eating bush now. I eat a lot of bush.
The reason why I laugh, I remember that interview we did, right? Everybody went crazy with you.
Yeah, it was bush because we look at the leaves, we call it bush because you get the bush in the bush.
Right.
So when I come, they give me tomato, raw tomato, and the bush, and they call it lettuce.
That is.
But me, I want rice, I want to eat fufu. So, but now I'm okay. But the first time I ate salad, I threw up.
Yeah.
And everybody look at me and they start to laugh. They say, this man is a proper bushman.
Oh, you make me laugh.
No, it's true life experience.
Yeah. I was at a restaurant, a hotel actually in Las Vegas. And I'm seeing this very long line. And I said to my wife, why so many people are standing in line to go into that restaurant? So I went, tried to get in, and I couldn't get into the restaurant. So one day I decided, I was there for a week, I'm going to stand in line to get into this restaurant. Well, it was all you can eat. All kinds of food, and I don't eat a lot. And it was horrible. I didn't like it, and it was cheap. But most people love it because they had ribs and chicken and shrimp and everything else, and it was a very, very cheap price.
Yeah, that is what Las Vegas is all about, and there's always good food. There's always good food in Las Vegas. That is my state, and I'm proud to be there. And
you gotta promote your state.
Yeah, I'm promoting the state. As I said, they call it Sin City. The sin is. Come, people say, let me go and check. Let me see how big the sin is. But the sin is not big. You come there, you eat good food, A lot of good things are there.
Right.
A lot of good things are there in Nevada. So I'll be looking forward again, Mr. When you want to come, just let me know.
Let you know in advance because my schedule is very intense and my children love Las Vegas. They love that. They prefer Las Vegas over even Orlando, where Disney is, and even New York.
Yeah, well, there in Las Vegas is very rare. The rain, maybe you have the rain maybe 3 times a year,
Yeah.
but at times you may not even have it. Just it will drizzle a little bit,
Right.
and that is it. But Nevada is a beautiful place. Las Vegas is a beautiful place. I live there. It's good.
And the heat, man. One time I was there and it was hot. It's intense, very dry, very hot.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. When it is hot, it's hot. When it is cold, it's cold.
And how you cope with that, with the heat?
Oh, St. Martin, I received my training from St. Martin, so I cope very, very, very well. I cope very well.
Wow.
Yeah, I cope very. During the heat, if I'm driving, I just open the roof.
Yeah.
And I don't use AC.
Wow.
I just drive and go to where I'm going and come back.
You mean you drive the Mercedes Benz?
It's BMW.
BMW.
It's BMW. I love BMW.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we have Mercedes.
Yeah.
It's a prophecy, Mr. Gibbs. You just give me a prophecy of a Mercedes.
That's the most loved car in the world, Mercedes Benz. But BMW is very popular, very, very exclusive too. Yeah. Yeah, so what else we can expect from you? Because every time I meet you and every time we talk, you're doing something else. Now you're going to achieve your PhD. What next after that? You say you might even run for political office.
My plan is when I finish my PhD, I want to go into politics, which I'm already because I'm a member of political party and the Central Working Committee, and I hope to lecture in the university. Because we need to expand the minds of the coming generation. We need to let them know the importance of education and how they can use it to better their world and the world of others around them. Because we don't need to live in a violence world, a destructive world. Because it's some people who impart some people with different ideology and they become weird and they start, trying to destroy the very fabric of the society that made them. So we need people who can teach and alter the perspective of the incoming generation. And I want to play my role in that aspect and be a blessing.
So you want to probably teach at the University of Las Vegas?
It may be any of the university.
Oh, okay.
Any of the university I would like to teach.
That's good. It's just amazing. You impress me every time I meet you, and you're just an amazing person because not often you meet people that is so consistent, and you can see the progress that they're making in their lives and the impact that they're leaving on people. That's very rare, and I gotta say you're one of those few people.
Thank you so much, sir.
So the Electric Church is the name of the church?
Yeah, the Electric Church of All Nations. I'm the Apostle Dare Crown, and we're developing a branch in Nigeria and in the States and here in St. Martin, and I'm hoping to expand beyond. So if you want to be part of the ministry, just come join us on Sunday evening, 7 p.m. for a prayer session, and Wednesday at the same time for a prayer session, and come with a bottle. We're using a bottle. We're having a bottle prayer. So come with the bottle, a very nice bottle, so when you smash it, it will smash easy. So we're using it as a point of contact. I look forward to seeing you, and the Lord will bless you so much.
Give us the address again for...
Okay, the address is Dr. Beltry Drive, number 10, Dr. Beltry Drive, Well Road, after Heineken, the next alley is Dr. Beltry Drive. I look forward to seeing you.
All right.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless St. Martin.
Well, Apostle Crown, thank you. I wish you much success and hope to see you back soon. And when I'm in Las Vegas next time, I'm definitely going to call on you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gibb, for having me here. And I'll be looking forward to see you. I'll be waiting on your call whenever you are in Las Vegas. You can count on me. I'll be there.
All right, good. Thanks again. All right. That's Apostle Crown. That's it for now on Oral Gibbs Live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Hot 99.9 FM radio. See you next time. Take care. Bye.